Dan Dick out here, Gonzaga Nation SI, the Gonzaga Nation Media Network. Special guest today joining us because, well, two things. He's a former Zag that had some experience in the NCAA tournament, but he also lives in the city that Gonzaga is traveling to, and many fans will be traveling to for the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament. That's Denver, Colorado. Our guest, Connor Griffin, the head video coordinator for the Denver Nuggets. Connor, thanks for joining.
No, thanks for having me, man.
Well, you played for a couple different teams that made NCAA tournament runs. One was a team that lost in the round of 32. The other was an Elite Eight team. Before we jump into your Denver insight, give us a little bit about those two runs in the NCAA tournament and how fun those were.
It was awesome. I mean, my freshman year, like you said, lost in the round 32 to a really good Arizona team that had Aaron Gordon, who's actually on the Nuggets now. So I get to joke around with him about that. TJ McConnell was on that team, Nick Johnson, Stanley Johnson. That team was absolutely stacked. So just to see that talent kind of firsthand and actually be on the court was amazing. And then obviously we got kind of, that sweet taste in our mouth of revenge and wanted to kind of come back next year. We knew we had a loaded squad. That was the year that Wilch was, redshirting after transferring from Kentucky. So going into that next season, we knew we had some good pieces. Sabonis was a freshman. Shemek had a few years underneath his belt. GB and Pangos, those were their senior years. And so kind of just putting all those pieces together with our other transfers too, Eric and Byron, we were loaded for that next season. Like you said, made a push to Elite Eight, beat a good UCLA team on the way there too. And it was just amazing to be a part of something like that. And we were so close to being that first team to make it over the Elite Eight hump and get to the Final Four. Unfortunately, we didn't. But again, that was just quite the experience, to actually be a part of something like that is just something you never forget.
So being in professional sports and on a coaching staff and in a locker room with players that, probably made some NCAA tournament memories and runs of their own, right? How much trash are you talking in regards to Gonzaga over the last couple of years?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, I'm the guy that's, from Gonzaga, playing this cupcake conference that everyone wants to talk crap on. And, sure enough, we have two teams in it. St. Mary's is a good team as well. But, everyone likes to talk their fair of crap. And it's fun to always have this time of the year to kind of hang my hat on that. And, we have a rich tradition of going to the tournament. I think it's 24 years straight now or something like that. So just the fact that I'm able to kind of joke around with these guys and hopefully have some good matchups against some of those guys' teams and, have some fun bets going on there.
Well, let's get into the fun and important stuff. You've been in Denver now. You know the city, I would imagine, inside and out. So for any fans that don't have plans yet, or they're making last-minute plans to get to Denver to watch Gonzaga in the NCAA tournament, give us a couple possible hotel picks. Maybe one at the NBA level and maybe another one that, it would be perfect location in Denver for somebody to want to come to the games.
So the first one I recommend would probably be Spring Hill Suites. It's right there in downtown, right across the street from Ball Arena. So you can walk from games. You have the access to all the bars, the cool scenery downtown. So for the convenience factor, I'd say that one. If you're looking for maybe like a 10, 15-minute drive from the arena, I'd stay at the Clayton Hotel in Cherry Creek. That's where we put up a lot of our guys are there for draft workouts, or if you just got traded to us recently, they'll stay there. But it's in a very nice kind of cool area that people enjoy getting drinks and, have a couple malls right there nearby. So that might be my other recommendation.
Well, there's a couple other former Zags that are from Denver. Josh Perkins is one. Richard Fox is another. So I'm going to have to run those by them. I'm sure they will agree with you on those. But the tip time from what I saw is 4:30 Pacific. So that would be 5:35 in Denver. That means it's late enough where you could get an early dinner and get something good. I know with that NBA travel, you guys go to lots of nice restaurants. Give us a couple dinner recommendations before the game for Zag fans to head to.
Well, I'll say one of my favorite spots to eat is right next to my house, actually. It's called Finley's Pub. Got one of the best burgers, I think, in Denver. Got great tots too. I'm a big tots guy, so to have that as your side is amazing. That's a little bit out of the way though, but if you want to make the push for a good burger, go to Finley's Pub. Another one that I like is we'll go with Bar Taco. Nice little Mexican joint, probably 5-10 minutes away from the arena. Easy eats there, and just good ambiance, everything like that. So that'd be a nice little Mexican kind of recommendation. Then if you want something a little bit closer to the arena, we can go with a place like Ryan House. I know some people from Seattle are familiar with it. It's a German bar, and they just got some good German food, some beers, everything of that nature. So that'd be my 3 recommendations right there.
Those are a couple good ones right there. You cover the gamut of burgers, Mexican food with tacos, and then German food as well. But celebrate a win for Gonzaga. You're from you spent time in Spokane. You've been around Gonzaga. Jack and Dan's is legendary. If somebody wants to go celebrate post game with a few adult beverages in Denver, where do they need to head?
Again, if you want to go to Ryan House, that's a great spot. They got big beers there, so you can do a lot of celebrating there if you need that. Denver Whiskey Row, Dirks Bentley Whiskey Row, that is. A lot of people are very fond of that place in Denver. That might be a little bit of a younger crowd. I'm sure don't let Coach Few know about, even the players know about that one. And I'd say another one you could go to, casual spot, has some darts. I'm a big fan of some darts. So if you go to Candlelight Tavern, that's another fun one to go to as well.
Darts. I know darts is starting to make a push for kind of like one of those nightlight type of activities. If I remember correctly, years ago, we played ping pong, and you were one of the best ping pong players I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
Is there those ping pong bars in Denver that you know of?
I'm trying to think. I think they got Punch Bowl Social here. I think that they have some ping pong. I mean, yeah, some ping pong available. So haven't done that in a while, but if I was there and you were there, we can set the rematch up.
Yeah, I don't know if I want any of that. You smacked me. That was for sure. I'm a pretty good ping pong player, but I had my struggles against you that night. Everybody's expecting Gonzaga to move on to the second round. But there's a day off between Friday and Sunday called Saturday, and most fans want to get out and about, do something nice. I know Denver has 300 days of sunshine a year. I've heard it plenty from Richard Fox in the past. On an off day, give us at least one activity to do so they're not cooped up in a hotel all day.
Well, with how the weather's been lately, we've been getting a lot of sun. So I'd make my way over to Washington Park. It's a really big park down in about 10 minutes from downtown Denver. And you go over there and you'll see 75 plus volleyball nets set up, people playing spike ball, got a big giant lake there too. So lots of easy kind of just walking around, some good bars and food nearby as well. So that'd be my one recommendation. Really nice spot.
Awesome. Well, Connor, I appreciate the time. I know the NBA travels is very busy this time of year, but everybody keeps their eye on the NCAA tournament. I'm sure you'll be pulling for Gonzaga, and hopefully some of our listeners take you up on a couple of these recommendations, because I know if I was in Denver, I'd be hitting up some of those places you mentioned. So thanks again for joining.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, man.